Run for your life. Run for your life now. And here we are with the explosive ending of 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days. And it was an interesting one because, let's face it, they all have skeletons in their closet. But before we get to that, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and make sure you share with your friends. If you want to support the channel, drop a super thanks. I definitely appreciate all the support. Y'all are awesome. Let's get right into the madness.
I know what it's like to potentially lose a relationship and somebody you really deeply care about. I totally feel for you right now.
How much do you feel for it when you jumped into the next best thing and that ended quickly as well?
I'm sorry,
okay.
Loren.
It's okay.
I will point out,
I can tell that you're hurt.
Yeah, I mean, like, I just want to be honest with me. Like,
now I will say that the emotion here appears to be genuine, so there is that. At least he's finally showing that he might actually care. But the problem is that a lot of the issues were of his own creation, so you can only feel so bad for the guy.
So tonight I want to go out and blow off some steam.
Nothing wrong with that.
A couple of days ago when me and Ingrid weren't in a good place and I felt things were over.
Yeah.
I entered into Brazil Cupid again.
Of course you did. Is anyone shocked that he got back on the dating site? Do we even think he ever stopped? His excuse is we weren't doing well, so I jumped back up there because, you know, I saw the writing on the wall. But in reality, he probably was up there the whole time because he's always looking for, I wouldn't even say the next best thing. He's just looking for anything. He's been married 4 times, engaged 3 times, trying to make this number 8 of that succession of people. And here you are jumping onto another one. And, well, we'll get to what he talks about his next relationship. Did this one actually last?
Você pensou que é de estranho para me perguntar isso pouco, mas eu fico curioso às vezes para a pessoa ver e pensar, ó, nada diferente. Nada demais.
De verdade, de coração, pra mim não.
So what do you think of my chair? Immediately, first date, nothing. What do you think of it? And, you know, because will you be my caregiver? That's in essence what he's trying to do. He's doing the same thing that he was doing with Ingrid. He's feeling him out, only I think he wants a little something different with this one at the same time. So is he going to go ahead and present the catheter he uses, or is he just going to hold off on that one this time?
I don't know. Maybe I'm jumping the gun, blah, blah, blah. But everything I felt here in the last hour surpasses everything I felt in the last 2 weeks.
Everything I felt in the last hour surpasses everything I felt in the last 2 weeks. My God, he is just bashing Ingrid left and right. You're not feeling anything in the last hour. She showed you a little bit of something and didn't, you know, look down on you, as you would say, because of your wheelchair, even though Ingrid never did that. And so now you've felt more in the last hour. You have something mentally wrong with you, or you're lying and you're just looking for something to jump on, which it's probably a little bit of both.
So I don't know.
Did you have sex with her?
Good question.
Yes.
Yes, of course I did. What, are you crazy? It's almost like he was looking for something a little short-term instead of something long-term. He makes himself out to be someone that's looking for love, but we can tell it's much, much more shallow than that.
I met somebody from Colombia.
Oh, it's almost like he's completely full of crap, and he's just jumping from person to person to person. He doesn't actually want someone he can spend his life with. He just wants someone who's giving him a little bit of attention. The fact that he's been through what he's been through and has not found any way to be humble, instead get more and more cocky and need more and more attention, is quite possibly one of the most amazing things I've ever seen.
Many times he scream or your voice is up. Continue. And he's angry. For me, he's angry.
Run for your life. Run for your life now. This guy, you're saying he gets angry because of some really minor things and the voice goes up and up and up and it's just angry. Yeah, what do you think he's going to do when you've been with him for a long time and something significant happens? Y'all have a significant disagreement, a significant problem with communication, or, I don't know, you question him about does he need help in his wheelchair, because that's what Ingrid did that got him mad. What do you think's going to happen then? Probably a little bit more than yelling.
On the guys' backs, and you saw them on social media, and you got upset.
Yes,
oh,
sure.
Okay.
Jealous problems.
I win the competition, cross it, and the picture
Okay, this is what he got mad about. Let's be real. This is people being happy they won a competition. There is nothing wrong with this picture, and he got mad about that. Few of your insecurities coming through there, Brian.
Go ahead. Go, showing.
Nice.
Go ahead, take off your shirt, showing whatever you want. That's what he's advised to me.
Adnan with the win. You got to give credit where it's due. Adnan calls out Brian because he called him out for, the way he fused Tiger Lily's, dress and everything like that. And it's the same way he's acting towards his new girlfriend, which is, I want you to cover up. So throwing rocks in your glass house there, Brian. But are any of us shocked that Brian is a giant hypocrite?
He going out with other girls.
Oh.
And he told me it's a client.
Oh.
And I discovered it's other situation.
Oh, so it's almost like he continues to lie and has a real problem with the truth. From his age, to how many people he had been with, to his real intentions, to his past, to his drug use, to how he got in the wheelchair. I mean, my God, I think we can do it on two hands if we really think about it, of how many lies he's actually told. Like, the people on the show are a bunch of liars. Like, they have a real struggle with the truth, which you will see even more of when we get to Joe, who is called out again. But I digress on that right now because Brian is a giant liar. He has been this whole time, even lying about his age by a few years for what? I think he just gets off on lying. That's what it would seem like.
It's no jealousy. It's because I want a relationship with a real person.
Okay.
Person respect me.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Brian respect me.
He doesn't. I'm just going to stop you right there. He does not respect you. He doesn't care. He wants a caretaker. And, he's happy to throw you a green card if you're going to be his caretaker. It is not going to be glamorous. There is not going to be love because he doesn't love you. He wants someone to take care of him that is mildly attractive. That's the shallow level that he is on.
With Nati, it seems like you're taking your time, but with her, it was rushed. Rushed. And that you were...
No. When you say no that many times, it's really yes.
Definitely not. That's an opinion. That's how she felt, but I was so happy that we didn't do anything.
Oh, are you?
Really, I was so happy, and I told her that, and I told everybody. I'm so happy that we didn't do anything.
Okay.
So happy we didn't do anything. You're a liar. You would have done whatever in that moment. She pushed you off because there wasn't a condom in that moment, which was still weird because you had planned to sleep with her, but you didn't bring a condom. Well, I mean, you brought your catheter condom, but not a real condom. And then when you offer up your services on another way, she shuts you down and you got mad. That's how that went down. It wasn't that you're really happy we didn't do anything. No, you would have been fine with it. Just another lie from Brian.
Blood clot can break off from my leg, stop in my heart tomorrow, and I'm gone. Really, and I'm not trying to get tears or emotions. I could die tomorrow.
Okay.
So why the don't I live my life every day to the fullest?
Because if you want to genuinely find someone that cares about you, that loves you, that is going to spend their life riding or dying for you, cheating on them and lying to them and bouncing from person to person isn't the way to do it. So you have one of two options. Either you are going to look for that genuine person that's going to be by your side, caring for you, loving you, and all that for the rest of your life, or you're going to bounce from person to person. That scenario you gave could possibly happen, and there's no one to be there and be there for you when you pass, to really care for you in those moments. So which is it? Because that long-term fulfillment of someone that actually really cares about you is so much better, but you can't seem to grasp that because you're too caught up in your own stuff. And that's the problem, Brian. You can't see past your own ego to realize that if you do things a little differently, you might be able to find that genuine connection.
You don't really know what it's like until you can't get up out of that chair. You don't know what it's like to be autistic until you can't turn it off.
Okay, he's playing on the sympathy because he's paralyzed. In reality, just because you're in a wheelchair, just because you have some deficiency, just because you have something that you have to deal with on a daily basis that other people don't have to deal with, doesn't mean you have to be a douche about it, doesn't mean you have to go through life not caring about other people, because that sure as hell seems what Brian doing. And Niles coming and saying, I understand, because no one understands what it's like to be autistic. Niles, you lied about everything, and then you used your autism as an excuse. So you're not quite as bad as Brian, okay, Niles, you had some moments where I was like, I like Niles. But you still use it as an excuse. Just because you have something going on doesn't mean you should use it as an excuse for your bad behavior.
Have you ever hooked up with
Joey's got it coming.
Joey?
Yeah.
Oh.
Clown told you
wow.
that. I know
she said that
did.
quick.
Did you guys date or just have
No, we didn't date. He's a horny guy.
Called out by another friend. Now, how do you think Magda's going to react when it turns out that he not only had the relationship 6 years ago, which is the only thing he finally fessed up to, even though he kept it for so long, but he also has been sleeping with other friends that he has yet to reveal, and it was just casual. What do you think she's going to think? She's going to think you're going to get to drinking one night and you're going to sleep with another friend. Not going to go well for you, and you lied again.
So long ago.
We
never dated or anything, so she wasn't an ex-girlfriend.
The justification is real. They're asking him if he hooked up with her, if he slept with her, if he was intimate with her. And so long ago, we never dated, but he's not even coming out and saying, yes, we hooked up. He's trying so hard to search in his mind. You can see him thinking when he does that. He's trying to find the right excuse, the right way to get out of this situation, even though it's not there. It's out there that you slept with another friend. It's out there that you lied about it, because she did ask you if you had any kind of thing with any of your other friends, and you lied. Have fun getting out of this one.
You had sex with Stephanie and Jill.
It's like pulling teeth to get an admission. And look, Adnan's like, yes, you speak. You tell the truth.
Correct.
Good God! You would think that it was on the tip of his tongue to have the perfect excuse that he knew that they would get, but he just couldn't find it, so he finally had to say correct. My God, backed into a corner, and he finally admits it. But what's that going to do? That he finally admits it and Magda finally knows that he slept with this other girl. All that's going to do is make her think, who else did you sleep with? What else are you lying to me about? Because you had to be pushed into a corner to finally admit the truth to this thing. What else is there?
Like, hide anything to ever hurt her. And I didn't think it was relevant. It's not something that's on my mind or something that I ever think of. It's something so long ago, and I'm friends with these people. It's not like it's not.
Justification. The problem you have here is not that I didn't think it was relevant anymore, because she asked you point blank. Had she not asked you about any of the people you slept with your friends, then yeah, you could say, I didn't think it was relevant. It was in the past. It's not that big a deal. But she asked you, so now it looks like you were hiding it for a reason. Now it's going to look like to her that you were saying it because you might continue to sleep with your friend, and you didn't want her to know because you wanted that to continue going on. Maybe that's not happening, but that's what it's going to look like to her. She's already a very jealous, suspicious person. She's already going to be not a very easy person to get along with and going to question you on everything. Now that you've been lying, it's going to be 10 times worse.
Obviously in love, and it's really nice to see.
Oh, okay.
Get past the bull, and I think you guys will be good.
Does this guy really think that anyone's going to take his advice? Who is going to take Brian's advice? I mean, Joe might, because, he's going to be like, yeah, he's got my side. But it's coming from a guy who is the other biggest liar on the show, and who is trying to say, hey, y'all will get past it. When they get past the lies, like you've gotten past the lies, you don't care because you're not in any kind of serious relationship. You're on to the next one that you've been with for a few months or something. No, they're trying to make something genuinely work, and Magda thinks they're going to get married. Now, I still question her motives, but there's a little bit more than that, and you saying that, oh, it's going to be okay, y'all will get past it if you just, basically telling Magda if you just let it go. Good luck with that one. She ain't letting it go.
I feel like we moved on, and there's no point in repeating the same arguments.
It's not the same argument. That's the problem. What it is a new argument with something you hid again. And you obviously didn't realize that your friend said that to the producers behind the scenes, because she's like, I'm sure he told you. Nah, he was definitely trying to hide it. So this is a new thing. This is something else you lied about. So you're not rehashing. You're just creating new problems because you haven't just sat down and said, all right, I am going to tell you every lie I've told so we can get it out of the way, we can rebuild trust and improve our communication. Instead, you're like, God, I hope she doesn't find these skeletons in my closet.
Yeah, he's a grown man. Stop pouting. Apparently not. He's acting like a little kid right now.
Interesting coming from Loren saying he's acting like a little kid. And then you have Brian defending him. You basically have the three people who did the biggest lies on the show, Loren and Brian and Joe, all kind of like rearing their ugly head against each other. One defending, one going against, and Joe trying to jet out the back door. Interesting ending to the finale, but you gotta love it. As a last-ditch effort, they send Vanya to try to get information from Joe, which is a fun tactic.
You too.
Let's see.
Do you think Magda's gonna be okay?
Information.
So why are you leaving so quickly?
Let's see. You would think she's like working for TMZ or something.
Did you expect that? Stephanie to say what she said?
I'm not doing this, sorry.
He said, I'm not doing this. Sorry. He's like, no interviews, no interviews. He recognized what she was doing, trying to extract some information. Vanya's sneaky. I don't know what her ulterior motives are, but I think a producer came in her ear and said, hey, go see if you can get some information out of him and see what he says.
Not converting, and I thought me and Sunny were clear on that. I think that's a conversation we need to have further. So, yeah, I don't know where we stand.
You can have that conversation till you're blue in the face. He said he's fine with you not converting numerous times and has gone back on that. So he's going to continue to be not okay with it. So you're either going to have to come to terms with the fact that you're going to have to continually tell him no, even though he's never going to let it go, or you're going to have to leave him. That's kind of where you're at. What else do you have? Nothing, because he's not going to change that he wants you to convert.
Just saying the truth, and they can handle it. They can take it. That's not my problem. Do you want to attacking me? It's not good for you. Be careful.
What you gonna do, Adnan? Adnan has a long future in the spin-offs of this show, that's for sure, because they're gonna bring him on for all the entertainment value and to basically poke the bear any chance he can get, because that's all he did. But he did have some good moments, like calling out Brian for basically doing the same thing he did, but calling him out for it. So that was fun. But we'll see where they end up whenever they're on whatever next season is for them, because I'm sure they'll pop back up at some point.
And start our life.
Squishy, squishy, oh, God. Squishy, squishy, squishy. Good God, make it stop. And by the way, I don't think you're going to start your life in America, because it was supposed to be 5 months. Now you're at 10 months. You can't come up with the rest of the money. You haven't got her here yet. I question whether you're ever actually going to get her here. But you know what? I'm not going to miss you doing the squishy, squishy, squishy. It looked like finger guns. Squishy, 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 squishy. My God, Niles. Bye. Have a nice time. You know what? Well, it'd be interesting to see where they end up, but I'm not going to miss him if he doesn't come back on one of the spinoffs.
She was kind of unclear. Like, yes, we're broken up, but things can also change over time.
Sure.
At the end of the day, I know I can find a way to make her life better, even if she hates me.
Sure. What you do is you send Faith money. It's been clear that Faith accepts money and then comes back. So that's all you got to do. And I don't think you're going to change your ways, Loren, but if you really want Faith in your life, a couple $1,000 and Faith will be right back with you.
And the other day, I was asking her, are you number 5?
Oh,
she's like, yeah, I'm number 5.
It's a big joke.
Like, so I can see our relationship going somewhere. I really can.
Sure, you've seen every one of your relationships going somewhere until it doesn't, because it's actually not going to go anywhere, because a lot of these people you've been with have just wanted to get to the United States to get a green card. And you've been so bad that they just like, nope, I forget it. I don't want it. I'm done with you. Forget about it, Brian. That is really bad. That's saying a lot about your character. For someone that's been through so much, try to be a little more humble. It would suit you well.
I'm going to keep searching for that person who's going to appreciate me for me.
Okay.
That's all I can ask for.
Tip for you though, Vanya, stay off the dating sites. They do not suit you well. You need to find a better quality of person. You need to have higher standards for yourself. And you need to just stop messing with all these screw-ups that all they want is either camera time or they want a little something. Because all you've gotten with that is broken heart. Well, I don't even call it a broken heart, because you didn't last long enough to fall in love, but you got hurt. So time to change up your tactic a little bit, because clearly the guys you've been choosing haven't been good guys. But I'm sure you'll jump right back on the dating website again. The moral to this story is no couple makes it work. We have Loren and Faith, dunzo. We have Brian and Ingrid, dunzo. We have Matilda and Niles, not dunzo right now, but I don't see her getting to the United States, so that is to be determined. Joe and Magda are going to be dunzo, because he doesn't seem like he's going to change anything about himself. The only one that is still really together is Adnan and Tiger Lily, which is interesting, and maybe they make it work, because clearly she's accepting of how he is, so I guess they, in some weird way, are going to be the one couple that makes it work. Either way, it's entertaining, and it was a little bit long of a tell-all, but the final episode did have some good moments and some fun skeletons in the closet, if you will. So as we roll into the 90 Day Fiance premiere, it should be interesting. There are some interesting couples, so we'll be back with that in 2 weeks. Make sure you check out the other videos, The Last Resort and Married at First Sight. The live show is going to be down for a little bit because it's going to work on some technical issues, but it will be back up at some point. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, share it with your friends. If you want to support the channel, drop a super thanks. I definitely appreciate it. Y'all are awesome, and I will see y'all next time.